I've had this conversation recently about feedback overwhelm. This is kind of something that everybody deals with. Feedback from the gurus, feedback from the publisher, feedback from the marketer, feedback from the guy doing production, just as putting the website in coding. So there's a big issue of cooks in the kitchen, and it also occurs here in the Copy Squad. What's really important is that you have a core feeling for what you want to present, and you understand the fundamentals that we discuss over and over and over. And when you're going through the feedback, take the things that you feel most reinforce your idea. It's always your prerogative as the copywriter to simply say no. And when you do get too many cooks in the kitchen, it can water down your entire message. So, I mean, we had a guru today. Basically, some of our gurus are they're very direct speakers. I don't know if you know any people like that, but they say, change this. And it can be one of those things where you're not confident saying, well, no, Mr. Guru, we're not going to change that. I could even, before we even dive into this, I think it might be worthwhile to kind of address that. How do you deal with that? There are some gurus who are just like, absolutely not. And even that can be overcome. It's like any sales job. You can pretty much always close the deal if you know how to approach the situation. With a guru, it's really simple. Like, it's so simple. Appease. First, got it. I hear you loud and clear. I understand where you're coming from. If you don't have the resources, if you get caught off guard, sometimes they catch you off guard. If that happens, just stop. Just be cool. Don't be argumentative. The worst thing you can do is basically present argument, conflict, tell them they're wrong. Instead, what you want to do is gather your troops, gather your resources, and compile your argument like a lawyer building a case. One of the every time you bring out a guru for the first time in financial with these guarantees of if this fails, we'll give you a second year free. That's such a, everybody who reads that for the first time, especially coming new to the copy world, is like, this guarantee is dumb. I remember the first time I read it, and I was just like, why would we ever guarantee the product that didn't work will give you again a second year? And then I got the same argument that I present to my gurus who argue with that. I say, well, this promo made, I go straight to the big ones. This one made $13 million. This one made $7 million. This one made $2 million on day one, and then $3 million the next month. Okay? They all have one thing in common. This stupid guarantee. I agree with you 100%. I don't understand why certain things work, but I'll tell you that all of these have this element in common. So a lot of times it's the thing that to them on the surface, it doesn't make sense. And a lot of times copy doesn't make sense. So it's really just about compiling cases that say, hey, look, we just did a promo where instead of compiling testimonials at the very end of the promo, we sparse them throughout that promo. Guess what? It was our first ever $1 million day. And that's how we did the testimonials. So don't you think we should continue to do that style of testimonials instead of clumping them at the end? Because that was the same style we used for this really successful launch. So again, it's when it comes to getting feedback from your guru, the publisher, marketers, you got to first understand what you're trying to do. And whenever you're writing, okay, this is another really, 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 really important thing. I say that you should emulate one promo that you are married to. And I'll just recap the same thing I say all the time. Read 5, read them all. Break down 3, like notations, outlines, understand the flow of the sales argument. And then from those 3, decide which one most closely goes with the flow of the argument that you can present and marry that promo. Automatically, when you make that decision to marry this promo, and maybe you draw elements from number 2, your second favorite, but when you marry that promo, you now have a case study to back up any decision you make in your promo, because the one that you're marrying should have been a 7-figure promo. So when Guru A says, we're not going to do that, that's stupid. Well, you'll just look straight to the promo you married and say, well, I did it because the promo I married made $3 million in a week. So I think it would be smart for us to just continue on this path. Eventually, you'll have your own set of case studies and say, hey, man, I wrote a promo. We did it this way. And now you have authority built into what you're saying, too. Not only is there $1 million promo that you can point to, but you were the guy that wrote it. And now you have that sort of weight you can throw around. And then all of a sudden, all those objections start to kind of go away. And they just say, you know what? That's 3 times you've been right. We'll keep making millions of dollars. I'm with you. Whatever you got to do, whatever you say works, you got it. Then all of a sudden you have this very bulldog sort of aggressive guru, super pacified. So that's my lesson for that. What's up, Copy Squad? I hope you found that useful, and if you're interested in getting a little bit more details about how me and my team set up our first 7 pages of a sales letter to give us the best shot at 7 figures, I invite you to check out copysquad.net/lead. On this page, you can be the first to get details about a brand new leads course that will illustrate and step-by-step show you the strategy that me and my copy team use to generate over $50 million in gross revenues in a single year in financial publishing. So all you got to do is go to this page, copysquad.net/lead, enter your name and email, and then hit the enter button, and you can be the first in the know as new developments arise. Thanks so much for tuning in, and peace out, Copy Squad.